Hey, don't forget, the event is starting at 5 p.m. To watch the live event and bid, you'll need two devices, one to watch and one to bid, one for the YouTube page and also one at the Old Mill Auction 2020.ggo.bid. Click on the Start Bidding button, create an account, and then you can start bidding. So again, two devices, one to watch, hopefully that's what you're doing right now, and then one to bid. So make sure you go to Old Mill Auction 2020.ggo.bid, click on Start Bidding button, create an account, and start bidding. So again, the silent auction items will be closing at 5:15, and the pay it forward items will be closed at 5:30. And the live auction items, the 10 items, will start shortly after that. We'll conclude with the car raffle. 400 tickets were sold. There are no more car raffle tickets to be sold, so we have sold out of those. So if you bought one of those, please stay to the conclusion of our live auction event where we'll have the live drawing and the winner of a Toyota RAV4 or Subaru Forester. Thank you.
Well, good evening, everyone. Before we actually get started this evening, I would like to take a moment and make an announcement on behalf of the staff and the management of the Old Mill Center. My name is Kate Caldwell, and I'm the development manager here. I'm part of the staff of the Old Mill Center, and we want you to know that some of what you will see this evening was recorded a couple of weeks prior to tonight, and therefore prior to some of the events that have occurred in our country. And with that, while one of our eyes has been on preparing for this fundraiser, we also deeply experience the anguish and the pain in our communities of Black, Indigenous, and of color that was brought in full focus over the last few weeks. We stand in solidarity with all people of color as they demand the dismantling of a system of oppression that has hurt them and their families for generations. We pledge to continue our work in naming, challenging, and actively working to reduce pervasive racial inequalities that affect those we serve, our staff, and our communities. Our vision for children and families to reach their educational and mental health goals is only achievable if we achieve it for all children, and especially for children who are Black, Indigenous, or of color. And with that, I'd love to introduce you to our host and our auctioneer for this evening, Randy Dobson.
Thank you, Kate, and thank you everyone out there in the digital world. Normally we would be hosting this at the Alumni Center at Oregon State University, where we would be surrounded by you in something like this, but perhaps you are wearing pajamas and you're relaxing on your couch and you're enjoying yourselves. We wish we were all together and enjoying ourselves and raising money for Old Mill Center together, but we're gonna have to do this digitally. It's our 40th annual auction, Old Mill Magic Through Kids' Eyes. But now we have realized we needed to change our vision to Old Mill Magic Virtual Vision. As we continue to provide services to our children and families virtually, we need support now more than ever during this crisis, and we will need long-term support. To get through this length of this economic crisis, we are slowly beginning to open the center back up with every precaution, but the reaction from the few kids on site every day is worth every minute of safety preparation. So some housekeeping. The silent auction items will close at 5:15. That's just here in just over 10 minutes. You can check back online for the bidding page to see if you have won. We also have a pay it forward category. These items are in the pay it forward section. Bidders bid on these items. The winning bidder pays for the item and leaves it for the Old Mill staff to distribute to clients. It's a great way to give to the center without taking home more things, or point of order, coming by the Old Mill Center to pick up your winnings tomorrow between noon and 5. These are the items number 600 through 654, the packages, open for bidding again until 5:30. Some are items to send home to families. Others are direct cash donations to particular programs. These are fully tax deductible. Again, people can continue to register to bid. If you haven't set this up yet and you're just watching me, you're gonna need 2 devices, one to watch and one to bid. So the bidding, you'll go to oldmillauction2020.ggo.bid, B-I-D. Click on the Start Bidding, then create an account and go spend some money for Old Mill Center. You will, again, need 2 devices, one to bid and one to watch. Again, we're all pivoting in this virtual age right now we're living in, and so if there's technical difficulties, we just ask you to be patient. If there's a slight delay from the live feed that we're providing to the auction site, I'd just like to make special note, don't wait till the last second to get your bid in, because we'd hate for you to lose out on one of the live auction or silent auction items in this great event. Again, we're here for the children. We're here for Old Mill Center, family and children. So remember that. Normally, I ask you to make sure you brought your wallet and set it on the table. I can't do that this time, but I'm going to trust that you're logged in and you're ready to spend some money for Old Mill. Don't forget, stay tuned. We also have the Car Raffle. All 400 tickets for the Car Raffle, it's sold out. You can't get any more. So if you have them, stay tuned to the conclusion of this live event, and we're going to have that drum with all 400 tickets in there. We'll spin it, I'll draw it, and we'll see if we can't get a hold of the actual winner by phone. The winning ticket will be pulled at approximately 6 p.m. The car is donated to the Old Mill Center by Dirksen and Associates, so all proceeds support Old Mill Center. This is the 4th year for the Car Raffle, and it's always a huge success. Winner chooses between a 2020 Toyota RAV4 or a Subaru Forester. And we also have in our lineup, after we conclude at 5:15 for the silent auction and 5:30 for the pay it forward, we'll have our live auction items, and in between there, we will have our Larson Legacy paddle raise. And we need all hands on deck. We need full participation in this because we have a angel donor that is going to provide $30,000 if we can get at least 90% participation within the Larson Legacy paddle race. Now, how you can do that is you can go onto the site for oldmillauction2020.ggo.bid, and just below on the left is going to be this big blue button, and it's going to say Larson Legacy Donations. You're going to click on that. It's going to put you into the paddle raise screen of our auction, and there we'll have different numerical monetary donation items, and you can participate there. But we need 90% of everybody online for the bidding in order to secure that $30,000 for Old Mill Center. So please, don't disappoint. Make sure you're prepared to at least give $10 in donation, but we're going to ask for a whole lot more. There's also cash donations available too, again, online. And now I'm going to take a special moment to introduce Bettina Schemp, our Old Mill Center Executive Director, with a special word.
Good evening to you all, and welcome to our online auction for Old Mill Center for 2020. I wish we could all be in the same venue together. I could see your paddles raise. I could see your smile. We could drink a glass of wine together, but not this year. I hope you still feel the spirit of our auction this year, seeing the world through kids' eyes. Kids see lots of detail. They experience it with their whole bodies, and they give it back to us. Before we do this seeing the world through kids' eyes, I hope you're well and you're healthy. You're ready and comfortably settled in your homes, hopefully with some food, with family and friends, and just ready to be entertained and to participate. The last 3 months have been challenging, and they've changed our experience of what is normal. I want to take a minute to recognize those who have kept us safe. The healthcare workers, essential workers, grocery workers, delivery drivers, and many more who've been out there in the community doing jobs so we could stay home, again safe and healthy, trying to curb the pandemic. The last 3 months have been particularly challenging to the families we serve. Those at risk often see that risk rise when there is a pandemic or a crisis. For the first time, our families have found themselves at home with their kids not in kindergarten or preschool or school, but at home and being taught virtually. Parents have lost their jobs or have had reduced hours. They had to balance looking after their children with balancing their jobs. Those who have lost jobs might have lost health insurance as well. And with all these changes, they've been in this uncertainty that we all feel. And the mental strain of this is really visible and real. We all feel it. I can feel it. And I work actively to maintain my own mental and physical health. We recognize that this pandemic is not a sprint. It is a marathon. I've never run a marathon, but I know that I have to be prepared to be in this for the long term. The pandemic will have impacts beyond today and the next month, I think the rest of 2020 and into 2021 and potentially beyond. When families live paycheck to paycheck, when they lose their health insurance, when they lose their jobs, when their low incomes from jobs that might pay $11 or $12 or $13 an hour get reduced because they have less hours or no hours, then they find themselves making impossible decisions on how to support their families. And their stress and uncertainty is felt by their children. That's where we come in. Our support for them can bring stability. It can reduce anxiety and stress. It can help process that fear and support resiliency through these difficult times. Our job is also to support our staff as they do new jobs, different jobs, while living in the same uncertainty with the pandemic. Thank you for being here today to support us in supporting at-risk children and families in this marathon. Your thought and your support, your purchase of silent auction items and your donations, they give hope, but they give more than that. They will save and improve lives. They will support parents as they become their kids' teachers in a virtual world. They will allow our staffs to stand alongside families and kids and provide tangible supports. Please be as generous as your personal circumstances allow you. Your generosity will have ripple effects into our community, and they will deliver tangible supports and hope and tangible supports that are needed more than ever. Thank you from the depths of my heart for being here with us and helping maintain a community that continues to show that it cares deeply for those.
Thank you, Bettina. Normally we'd have the stage and we'd be able to share that, but again, with a skeleton crew here that you can't see behind the scenes, everybody's 6 feet and just keeping their distance, but thank you, Bettina, for that. Just a special note, we've only got a few short minutes left for the silent auction. It is closing at 5:15, so don't wait till the last minute because it is the last minute. Get your bidding completed there for the silent auction, and the pay it forward will stay open and close at 5:30. So it is my pleasure to introduce George Cuniff, the board chair, with a very brief history of the Old Mill Center and our auction.
Welcome to the 40th Annual Old Mill Center for Children and Families auction. I'm Gary George Cuniff, and as chairman of the board of directors, I'm honored to greet you. This is the 40th time we have held this special event to enlist our community's support. The first auction was held at the Corvallis Arts Center with 25 to 30 attendees. At the end of the evening, when we realized we had raised around $2,000, we thought we'd really hit on something, and we were right, we had. We quickly outgrew the Arts Center, and over the years we moved from one larger site to another, finally landing at the OSU Alumni Center. There we could host up to 400 attendees, and most recently we raised over $250,000. Tonight, as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, we're hosting a virtual event. Who knows how many will be joining us, but I'm confident that the financial support will be as strong and generous as ever. As some of you know, Bev Larson, co-founder of Old Mill Center, is my sister. Even though she died in 2012, I use the present tense as she is still very much here. Bev and I grew up in Philomath, daughters of Gordon, fondly called Poopsie by us, and Thelma, fondly called Skinny by everyone. From an early age, we learned to be understanding, non-judgmental, and to help others. No matter what our parents accomplished, they were always looking for ways to strengthen their community, and to them that meant strengthening our family and any family in need in the community. Bev took that idea and ran with it. From an early age, she was involved in many organizations which put her in contact with a variety of people. To broaden her perspective, she chose to leave this area, attending college and working in other locations. Upon her return, she was ready to dive into what would become her lifelong passion, building the dream she and her good friend Barb Krall envisioned. In 1977, this program was way ahead of itself and its time. It was a program built on strengthening families, a program based on the fact that all children benefit from being in a mixed classroom, a classroom of children with all levels of development. This inclusive attitude promoted a focus on family that was and still is very much core to the philosophy and mission of Old Mill Center. Old Mill School served 7 families its first year. As needs in the community grew, our services grew, and we became Old Mill Center for Children and Families. We now serve over 1,000 children and their families, offering to them 6 unique programs. Funding to support the vision has always been critical, and for 43 years, our community has responded, helping to keep these vital programs going. Today, more than ever, we need to support the Old Mill vision. Doing it tonight in virtual fashion, we can't meet face to face, but we can give heart to heart. We need your giving heart, not just for today, but for the months and years to come. These are rocky times for all of us, most especially for the children and families that sparked Bev's dream. The Larson Legacy paddle raise directly funds Bev's dream, providing scholarships, program support, staffing, and necessary resources. At past auctions, viewing the paddles raised in generous support of Larson Legacy is overwhelming. Tonight, however, I'll use my inner vision to witness your virtual paddle raise. Please give from your heart, and remember, Bev's dream is very much alive as the work at Old Mill Center for Children and Families continues, strengthening families, strengthening our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George. Well, it is just after 5:15 and we've closed our silent auction items. So thank you for those that have participated in that, but don't get off the Old Mill Auction 2020.ggo.bid. There's still more for you to participate in, to include the Larson Legacy paddle raise and the live auction. It is my pleasure to introduce again Kate Caldwell, the Development Manager for Old Mill Center, to go over some of the programs that Old Mill provides.
Thank you, Randy. It's pretty exciting to see all those silent auction items closing down and to hear about an angel donor. But let's talk a little bit about the Old Mill Center and our programs. What you're seeing on your screen is a list of our programs. For a moment, I draw your attention to the last, our newest program. We've absorbed the pediatric therapy professionals team into our family this year, just as the principal of that organization, Jerry Amon, is moving into her much-deserved retirement. Our family has grown to include occupational and physical therapy, and we are honored to call them part of the Old Mill team, and we wish Jerry the best. But with all these programs, who are the kids? Who are the families? Well, let's talk about that for just a moment. We serve about 1,000 kids, and I want to share with you a little bit about a few of them. So Jesse and Cody, two local teens who took on the huge challenge of accepting an unplanned pregnancy to become a family. With Healthy Families team guidance, Jesse found access to health support. They both determined to finish high school and learn the life skills and the resources that they needed to build a family. After working intensively with their home visitor, they both graduated. Cody is working to support the family while Jesse is studying at LBCC, and their small family is thriving. It's a story of resiliency and strength, and perhaps teen pregnancy gone right. Our preschool, there's 27 kids in our preschool this year, a mix of special needs kids and typically developing kids who start the year with curiosity, perhaps a little anxiety, uncertain about school, and why some kids are a little different. By the year's end, there is this overwhelmingly warm little family of kids who learn from each other. They learn that while their faces and their colors may not be the same, they are all indeed the same, and they respect that. Today, we are sending 13 kids off to kindergarten with the right tools in their belt to be successful in their educational pursuit. And they join the more than 1,000 who have gone before them and learned at the Old Mill School, many who are making a difference in our community. There's Jeremiah, who at the age of 3 had a vocabulary that literally consisted only of 4-letter words. It's all that he had ever been exposed to at the age of 3. With compassion, understanding, and patience, our Relief Nursery home visitor teacher was able to create positivity and a trusting environment in Jeremiah's home. He was able to let his guard down and to learn how to channel his anger, learn how to use the right words, and to express what he needs in a way that adults and his peers can relate to. And then there's Lulu and her family. No wonder Lulu was constantly called out in public elementary school. Her behavior was unacceptable. It stemmed from extreme turmoil in the home where trauma affected the whole family every single day. It was all her parents really knew based on their upbringing. The family has drifted in and out of homelessness and unemployment. In fact, family income sometimes depended on Lulu asking for money on the streets. Lulu has worked with more than one of our programs to help her learn self-regulation, appropriate assertiveness, and active listening skills. Meanwhile, though, her parents are learning appropriate parenting skills. It's a long up and down road for this family. They have not completely turned the things around yet, but there is now hope for them. And most importantly, there's hope for Lulu and her little brother to learn a better way for themselves. Numbers can be very interesting, very impressive, in fact. But when we talk about taking a book into a kid like Jeremiah's home and modeling for his mom how and why to read books together with Jeremiah, the dynamic can change dramatically. There's a focus on connection, on listening, and positive interaction. Whew, look at that number, 5,800 therapy sessions. These can take place here in the center, in our Albany office, or even in the home, or now the front yard. There are many types of therapy, like art therapy, music, or play. Sometimes it takes a multiple approach from different perspectives. And that is a strength here at Old Mill. There are so many resources under one roof to help one child or one family, like Lulu's. Home visiting. Home visiting has been a staple in our arsenal for many years. But as we all now know, some things may likely never be the same. Perhaps the most affected by COVID-19 have been the vulnerable families who were already struggling to maintain their lives and help their children through the existing challenges that they had. Unemployment, self-isolation, inability to access food, just the mere fact that a parent can't get a break from the kids and the stress can be incapacitating and exacerbate more turmoil. And we've seen that happen. So the word comes down, stay at home, and we do. But how do we continue the work that relies on personal interaction and connection? Well, frankly, initially, our team struggled as well. How do I work from home to help my client families when my own family is in the same room with me and grabbing my attention because now I am their school teacher? How do I do that? Well, we've been very persistent and very innovative. We found ways to keep serving all of our clients almost right away. Almost right away, our preschool team made school packets and delivered them to all 27 kids throughout the community. Now those kids are learning via Facebook, for crying out loud. Okay, frankly, don't we all wish we had stock in Zoom before the middle of March? I know I do. But it has been a lifesaver for connection for us. And as it turns out, so is the sidewalk and the park and the front yard. While home visits may be a thing of the past, for us, they have morphed into our own mini delivery team. Food phantoms, I like to call them. Over the last month, we have delivered over 200 food boxes to our families, all our families. They can't get what they need, we got it covered. They can't come to class yet, we got it covered. Our superhero kids inspire us to help them every single day. Really think, how many of us have had the pleasure of being in a car parade? Well, for our little kids, it was a first. And it was the best thing we could do for the little guys who just wanted to be with their friends. The world's vision has changed so much in the last few months, but kids always want to feel safe and loved, to play alongside their friends, to keep learning and growing and reaching for their future. Our vision has never changed. All children have a fair and equal chance at a great beginning in life. And we keep working on that and helping our families through this challenge. So, power our vision. Give tonight. Give from your heart. And think about Jesse and Cody and Lulu and Jeremiah. They are all a very small representation of the 1,000 kids we help and their families as well. So give with your open heart.
Thank you, Kate. Well, again, the 40th annual Old Mill auction. It is just a couple of minutes before the Pay It Forward is closed at 5:30. So our silent auction is closed. Pay It Forward will close here in just a couple of minutes. So again, make sure to pay it forward, bid on those items so that we can help the families and kids of Old Mill Center. Thank you. We're moving into our live auction item bidding process. And again, you're going to need two different devices, one to bid, one to watch and view. And we'll also have our Larson Legacy paddle raise as well in between items 1 through 5 and 6 through 10. And I believe without further ado, let's get started with item number 1, 2 dozen chocolate chip cookies donated by Cindy Bond. Cindy is a retired Old Mill Center prevention manager and volunteer. This is always a hot auction item. The winner receives 2 dozen freshly baked Ghirardelli white and dark chocolate chip cookies from Cindy, delivered each month for 1 year. And if we hit the right bidding price, we are allowed to sell this twice. So if we can hit $600 on the items, we'll be able to sell it twice. Currently, we have a high bidder of bidder number 253. Now, normally this is where I ask everybody to stand up and stretch and put their wallet on the table to make sure they brought it, check their paddle, make sure I can see their number, and then I'm going to start pointing around the room. But that's not the case right now. So I need everybody to actively participate on the online bidding, and we will acknowledge not your name, but your bidder number for privacy elements here. So we have a high bidder of 253 with a current bid of $200. We're looking to increase that. Is anybody else willing to jump in there and get 2 dozen cookies? And we do. We've got somebody at 250 for $300. Bidder number 250 at $300, outstanding. We're halfway there. If we can sell this twice, if we can get up to $600, we can sell this twice. It is a great item. It lasts all year long. You've been baking and cooking in your kitchen since mid-March. So now let Cindy do it for you. You can pick up your first batch tomorrow between noon and 5 for the winner. And it looks like it might be bidder number 250, but we still got some time. Can we put 30 seconds on the clock? We're looking to get some more bidders in this. We've got bidder number 250 at $300. Will bidder number 253 go up to 350? Can we get 350 from bidder number 250? 284 is at $400. We're so close. Let's sell this twice. There we go at 500 at 250. We're so close. 10 seconds. We want to keep this going. Who's going to give us $600? Is 284 going to give us? We've got 600. We want to see if bidder number 250. Oh, that's a blessing. 250 at $600. We're going to close this out, and we're going to find out who on the number one item just won that, and we're going to see if we can secure to sell it twice. Up next, the second item, 1 week stay at Diamond Lake Chateau. This is donated by Frank and Kayla Horesco. Value is at $1,600. It's a 1 week stay. It's a 3-bedroom chateau in the Diamond Peak Resort area. It's 10 miles from Willamette Ski Area, Pacific Crest Trail, and Mountain Lakes. The chateau sleeps 14 people and is very private and secluded. Fall or spring, snow or water play, you pick your favorite time of the year. Amenities include hot tub, barbecue, and workout room. Family members will be kept busy with the foosball table, bicycles, Xbox, CD player, basketball hoop, and if you want to bring your dog, this magnificent chateau is also Fido friendly. So again, we've got $1,600 right now at a high bid for bidder number 400. We've got a close second at 384 at 1,400. I'm looking to see 384. Bidder number 384. Let's get you up there at $1,700. Let's not let this go. Come on. We've got bidder number 412 at $1,800. Thank you, bidder number 412, $1,800. So bidder number 400, we're back at you. Let's see if you can give us $1,900. We've got a couple of people on auto bids. I love it. Thanks for using the technology. We appreciate it. Thanks for everybody that is participating in this. We've got $1,800 at bidder number 412. We're looking at bidder number 400 to see if you would like this 1 week stay at Diamond Lake Chateau. Fantastic resort, fantastic place. Thank you to our donors, Frank and Kayla Horesco. We really appreciate that. So bidder number 412 at $1,800. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock. I want to have 30 seconds on the clock. Fantastic. And we're going to put the screws to everybody. Let's make sure we got bidder number 400. Again, I want to kind of do a little housekeeping real quick. Because of the technology, there might be a little bit of a delay here. So don't wait till the last second to get your bid in, because that might cost you a week stay at Diamond Lake. So we're under 10 seconds right now. We've got 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Go ahead and let's get this bidding in. We're going to close out item number 2, the 1 week stay at Diamond Lake, and we're going to move on to item number 3. Item number 3 is a Shea Pinot Noir 2016. This is from Broadleaf Vineyards. It's a 3-liter magnum of Shea Pinot Noir. The winery is located in Monroe, Oregon, in the heart of the Willamette Valley. They are 100% family-owned and operated vineyard and winery, established in 1981 and currently operated by the second generation of Broadleaf. The first vintage was in 1986. The decanter, along with the decanter is a crystal wine decanter from Napa Valley, and the The Magnum is a 3-liter Magnum. And currently we have bidder number 270 at $400. Thank you, bidder number 270. We have bidder number 294 at a close second. So we're looking for bidder number 294 or 253 to make a move above 400 to take this 3-liter of wine. And again, if you've been locked up since mid-March, 3 liters of broadleaf Pinot Noir is going to taste great right about now. So don't be shy, jump on in. We've got bidder number 270 at $400. We're looking at bidder number 294 to make a move, or bidder number 253 to step on up. Fantastic, we appreciate this. Thanks for everybody for participating. Let's continue to bid and bid these items up. All proceeds go to Old Mill Center for the kids and families. So again, if I could get 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock, perfect. And bidder number 270 is sitting pretty happy right now at $400 for that 3-liter with a crystal wine decanter as well. And that crystal wine decanter is going to work out very well with 3 liters of wine. That's going to be perfect. We've got 10 seconds left. 294, if you're waiting, go ahead and start your move now. We've got 5 seconds left. We're going to go ahead and close out item number 3. Thank you for everyone who's participated. And don't forget, we also have a paddle raise coming up. A lot of items. Again, our silent and pay it forward items are closed. We have our live auction items, and then we'll have our paddle raise. And please stay tuned for our car raffle. Perfect. Item number 4 is a 1-week stay at Black Butte Ranch, valued at $2,200. This is graciously donated by John and Amy Cole and Charles and Sarah Carter. So spend 7 nights in this stunning home located on a quiet cul-de-sac in Black Butte Ranch. Enjoy a short walk to the Paulina Pool and the Springs. An expansive, beautiful home with great amenities such as a stone fireplace with seating area. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, sleeps 8, and it's just minutes outside of Sisters, Oregon, and the famous Metolius River. So right now we've got a current high bid. High bidder is $247 at $1,750. We've got bidder number 348. We're waiting for bidder number 348. They bid at $1,250. I'm looking to see if we can get them to $1,850. If we can get another $100 out of 348, or somebody else that wants to spend a 1-week stay at Black Butte Ranch just outside of Sisters, just off the Metolius River. So we're looking to get that. Values at $2,200. Again, don't wait till the last second. Again, with technology and delays, this is live, but again, as we're streaming everything, there might be a little bit of delay, so we don't want you to wait. Act now. Sometimes I feel like an infomercial, but it's not. We're live here. So bidder number 247, appreciated at $1,750. Do we have anybody else looking to bid on this 1-week Black Butte Ranch stay, valued at $2,200? We're looking at bidder number 348. If you were in the room, I'd step down off the podium and I'd start working in between tables and really just start asking everybody. 221, bidder number 221, hoping you get in on the action. And bidder number 418. Don't be shy. Can we get 30 seconds on the clock? Perfect. Thank you. So bidder number 247 is sitting really easy here. Again, it's donated by John and Amy Cole and Charles and Sarah Carter. We're looking for somebody to bid. Can I get $1,800? Somebody give $1,800. Right now we've got 10 seconds left. We're closing in. Can I get $1,800? We've got 5, 4, 3. Looks like we are closing out item number 4. Congratulations. We're going to move on. Wait a second. Just at the last second, it looks like bidder number 401 came in at $2,500. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Love technology. We appreciate it. Anybody else? We're doing anybody else. 247. You have any alibis? We've got $2,500. We'll take 26. 247. Jump back on there. I think maybe you might have went to the restroom. Come on back if you hear my voice. and bid on this. We'd love to do that. We can't do a going, gone. I can't see anybody. So this is all a lot of surprises too. So thanks to bidder number 401. We're looking at bidder number 247. If you'd like to jump back in there, we're looking for $2,600 for a 1-week stay at Black Butte Ranch. Thank you to bidder number 401. We're looking bidder 247. Don't see anything. Are we going to put some time back on the clock? Okay. Can we do 10 seconds? Or should we just do 30 again? Sometimes I make the tech crew work for me when I go off script. 10 seconds on the clock. Thank you very much. Oh, 30 seconds. I apologize. There we go. All right, bidder number 401. Thank you for the $2,500. We're going to give 247 a chance to jump over that $2,500. No offense to you at all, but we're here to raise some money. We've got 10 seconds on the clock, 247. Throw it up there if you can. $2,600. Where's it at? We've got 401 closing down. 3, 2, 1, going. Let's go ahead and close out item number 4. Thank you to all the bidders. We super appreciate that. Thank you. And thanks to 401 on that surprise bid. Don't wait till the last second. Go ahead and start it now. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Item number 5 is a 1-week stay at Lincoln City Beach House. Now here's the key on this one too. If we can get this item at or over $1,400, we have permission to sell it twice. So that's twice as much for Old Mill Center, graciously donated by Bill and Cheryl Narver. So thank you very much, Bill and Cheryl. It's valued at $1,400. It's a comfortable 1,950 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath home across the street from the beach with a lovely beach view. It sleeps 9. It's full kitchen, big screen TV, foosball table, 3 decks, 1.5 miles to Chinook Winds Casino if you like a buffet or a slot machine, and it's very family friendly. So again, 1-week stay at Lincoln City Beach House. We got a current bid at $1,000. We need $1,400 to sell it twice. So we're looking $429. You're sitting great at $1,000. We're looking at $424 to make a move. I'll even take 401, who was out there on the last item number 4, to jump in on this one. It's another 1-week stay. I know everybody's tired of being home, so this is a great opportunity, 401. So it's fantastic. Let's see, we've got 1,000 for bidder number 429. I'm looking for bidder 401 somewhere. Don't wait till the last second this time. Just go ahead and jump right in. We'd really love to sell it twice. So if we can get 2 people at $1,400, it's Old Mill Center. It's for the children and families. You guys can leave your kids at home and go to a 1-week stay at Lincoln City and stay there. Leave the kids at home. But again, all these proceeds are here for the Old Mill Center for the children and families. So please dig deep. It's for a great cause. We've got $1,000 at bidder number 429. I know you'd like me to close this out right now, number 429, but we just want to see if we can hit that $1,400 mark because, golly, we'd love to sell it twice. Do we have anybody else out there? Bidder 401, 424, 209, 208. Thanks for participating and bidding it up, but we need you to keep bidding. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock? All right, thank you. 30 seconds on the clock. Bidder number 424, I need you to make a move. 209, let's do something here. 208, I appreciate it. Keep going. Double down on this. We want to hit $1,400 so we can sell it twice. Here we go. We got 1150, bidder number 265. Fantastic. We're so close to hitting $1,400. We're under 5 seconds, but we want to looks like we've got some action going here. We've got 1,300 at 429. Thank you so much. We're so close. We need $100. We need $100 to sell this twice. 429. We're trying to get 265. At 265, bid 1,400. And if we can get $429 at $1,400. We can sell it twice. That's twice as much for the kids. Let me see somebody put in $1,400 right here. I know $429, you're at a high bid of $13. I'm looking at $265 to bid $1,400. We got $429 at $450. Thank you. And we're looking to sell this twice. So we want $265. We're looking for you to bid up to $1,400, $1,450. Let's sell this twice. We need this. We really need this sold twice because Bill and Cheryl Narver has graciously donated this and allowed us to sell this twice. So that's 2 weeks for Lincoln City Beach House. So we need one more person to hit the 1,400 mark. We want to sell this twice. We need this close. I know we've had 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see if we can get $250 more out of 265. Can we get $250 more out of 265? I wish you were in the room so I could really look at you and really ask you to just please $250 more. Jump on that. We're gonna sell it to $429. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're just trying to see if we can get somebody else again to buy it. You're so close. Another $250 for a 1 week stay at Lincoln City Beach House. We would so love to sell this again. So please, somebody, just $265. We need $250 more from you. Can you think about just typing in $1,400 so we can sell this twice? All right, let's put 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to have to close this out. I understand that. Thanks again for everybody for being patient. Normally, we wouldn't be constrained to a clock here, but again, we are on a complete time restraint. We want to be appreciative of the time you're giving us. We're down to 15 seconds. We're looking for $265. If you got $250 more to bid on that, we would appreciate it. We're under 10 seconds. We've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and close out item number 5. We appreciate that. Thank you, bidder 429. We super appreciate you hitting the $1,400 mark, and we'll check on that. For some housekeeping, before we move into the live auction, the Larson Legacy paddle raise, I just wanted to let you know, bidder number 250 at $600 for the cookies. Item number 2, we did bidder number 412. So bidder number 412 for the 1 week stay at Diamond Lake Chateau. So thank you, bidder number 12. Bidder number 270 for item number 3 for the 3-liter and crystal decanter. Bidder number 270, thank you very much. And then item number 4 for Black Butte Ranch, bidder number 401, thank you very much. And we're going to just take a pause moment here. I'm going to reintroduce Kate Caldwell, our development manager at Old Mill Center, to do some thanking of some sponsors and some important messages. So.
Phew. I'm exhausted. Come on. This has been great. Thank you all so much for this great start at the live auction. This is really exciting. We feel it, the 4 people in the room here, we feel it, and we're multiplying that feeling out by many, 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 because normally we'd have over 300 people in the same room feeling the same thing. So just know, and I'm hoping that you all are feeling it too in your homes or wherever you are. We wanted to take a moment to say a special thank you to our sponsors. And wherever you may be, please stand up and take a bow, whether you're on your back patio or in your living room or wherever you might be. Stand up and take a bow. Our platinum sponsor at $10,000, Dirksen & Associates, has literally been with the auction for all 40 years. And we so appreciate their support. They've been at this platinum level for a long time, and as we all know, we've talked about, they, in addition, have sponsored our car raffle for the last 4 years. So Thank you so much to Dirksen and Associates. Gold sponsors. We have two this year. Market of Choice, perennial sponsor of ours for a while. We really appreciate them. And Girding Builders. Girding has been a supporter of ours for many years, but this was the first year they stepped up to that gold sponsor $5,000 level. So we thank them so much for that. Our silver sponsors, two, Samaritan Health Services and Republic Services. Thank you, and thank you for your continued support of our work. And if we were in that room all together and we would be all raising our paddles like Randy's encouraging you to do, you would see on the back of it, Tax and Wealth Management, because they are our paddle sponsors. So try to imagine whatever you're holding up, that Tax and Wealth Management has sponsored the paddle at $1,500. Thank you all so much. We thank our table and our half table sponsors, which turned out to be our online and event sponsors because we had to pivot that. Here's the important thing to know. Every one of our sponsors said yes to supporting us before mid-March. And then they said it again after the stay-at-home order turned everything upside down. We really appreciate their support of our work and their tenacity to hang in there with us. So thank you so much. We couldn't possibly present an event such as this, no matter the platform, without the support of our auction committee. Especially this year when mid-planning, everything changed. They have been wonderfully resilient and helped us pivot when we needed to move to this new platform. And honestly, many of our auction committee members have been involved for a very long time. In fact, I would guess that the cumulative number of years of service is over 100. We thank you for helping us make this a success for the 40th time. Thank you. And that brings us to our board of directors. Also volunteers. This group of community members embodies the essence of support and community commitment. They are tireless in their work, their advocacy of the center, and their guidance, and we appreciate each and every one of them tremendously. As I said, they are volunteers, and without volunteers, we would not be able to do the breadth of work that we do. We experience so much wonderful volunteerism throughout our years, our time here. It's wonderful. But tonight, we want to take a moment, a special moment, to remember two volunteers, two supporters who we miss every day. Jerry Dirksen was involved with every auction from the very beginning. He was also a very vocal advocate and supporter of the center for all those years, understanding from the start the importance of Bev's dream and the need for the work we do. In the last couple of years, Jerry achieved his goal of wanting others to support us by creating the Car Raffle to encourage others to give. Tonight, we will raffle off the 4th car. It's a part of his legacy with Old Mill. We miss him. Sue Cook. Sue became involved nearly at the beginning of our auctions. She understood the innovation and the importance of our preschool theory from the very beginning. Some of her kids were early students here. From then on, she was the quiet, calm voice of the auction committee, tirelessly working behind the scenes to make sure everything was perfect every time. It was hard to get through this 40th without her, but we felt her guidance at every turn. Both Jerry and Sue are surely looking down tonight and hoping that everyone raises their paddle to power Bev's dream. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Kate. So before we move into the remaining live auction items, we are going to do the Larson Legacy paddle raise. And again, if you're on the Old Mill Auction 2020.ggo.bid, you're going to see just below the top top line is the Larson Legacy donation. It's going to be on the right-hand side, a blue block button. And you're going to click on that, and it's going to put you into the Larson Legacy donation. This is going to be the paddle raise portion. And a lot of times it's because these funds are a direct support of the kids in all 6 of our programs. And remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Long-term financial planning may certainly look different for the rest of this year and into the next year. So again, some people aren't necessarily looking for a basket or a hat or you know, a week stay somewhere. Maybe they already have a place at a chateau or something like that. They just simply want to make sure Old Mill Center is funded, and they want to provide a cash donation in the form of a Larson Legacy paddle raise. And again, we're not able to call out names, and we're not able to see you in person this year. But we're glad you're here. We know there's, how many bidders do we have currently online? 31. 231 people online with bidder numbers. Fantastic. Thank you. So of these 231 bidder numbers, we currently have $63,013 total raised. We're over halfway to our $120,000 goal. So we're not there yet. So right now, we need you to raise your paddle virtually online right now. Go to the Larson Legacy donation and do that. I want to acknowledge a very special bidder that we didn't even have a category for. We were going to start our paddle raise at $5,000, but this bidder said, no thanks. Bidder number 390, Old Mill Center knows who you are. So we say thank you. Bidder number 390 bid $10,000. So thank you. We don't even have a category for that, but we certainly appreciate that. But we certainly will for next year. So thank you for reminding us to think big. So we appreciate that. So with that, we are going to start. Does anybody else? I don't want to miss this. So thank you, bidder number 390. Is there anybody else out there that would like to bid $10,000 for our Larson Legacy paddle raise? If you would, please go to the donation, Larson Legacy donation, and type that in and hit enter. We would appreciate that. Thank you. But many Old Mill families are at high risk for child abuse and neglect. They rely on our resources such as emergency supplies, teaching tools, and virtual outreach to help the family become self-sufficient. So please be generous. And if you can, we're opening up. If you are looking to do a $5,000 paddle raise, please do that now. Thank you. Bidder number 354 for $5,000. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Anybody else looking to bid, raise $5,000 to give to Old Mill Center right now? Again, we're at $63,800. Thank you all who've donated. We've got just over 230 paddles out there virtually, and we need everybody to donate. We need more than 90% of the 230 plus bidders, because there is an angel donor that has promised $30,000 if everybody, at least 90% of the 230 plus bidders that will bid on the Larson Legacy donation. So please, Old Mill Center can really use that $30,000. So please bid something on this Larson Legacy paddle raise. So for those at 5,000, so again, thank you, bidder number 354. We certainly appreciate that. And thank you, bidder number 390 at 10,000. We'll just call that to $5,000. Just kidding, it's 10,000. Thank you very much. So let's move on to $2,500 paddle raise. If you're looking to donate $2,500 on a paddle raise, you can do that now. I would love to see that number come up there. The mental health team provided 5,800 hours of counseling last year. The prep work, like creating resources for parents and children, and community outreach is not always covered by insurance. And so this paddle raise can make a difference. So do I have anybody out there? I'm looking at the monitor over here. Again, we've got some technology. So I'm just trying to see in real time if we get somebody to donate $2,500. We're just over halfway to our goal. So don't be shy. Don't wait till the last minute. Here's the thing. You can still donate all the way up to Monday by 5 p.m. But why wait that long? Let's get the momentum going. Show us that you're supporting Old Mill Center so we know, so everybody else can know. A lot of times people just need that extra push. So if somebody out there is doing $2,500, go ahead and type that in now and hit that button. Okay, let's move on to $1,000. In the last year, the center served 1,000 children directly. So many families currently rely on our programs to help prevent child abuse and improve parenting skills. Your donations support education and outreach to help heal these children and help keep them safe and in their homes. And especially since mid-March, all these kids have been in their homes and your support is greatly needed. So $1,000, do we have $1,000? We're looking for a $1,000 bid here. And I don't see that. Can we scroll up on that so I can make sure I'm not missing anybody? I certainly want to make sure. Let's see here. Well, we've got a 1,500 at bidder number 429. Thank you for 1,500. Let's see. Keep scrolling here. I can't see. We've got a lot of people bidding, so it's kind of a mass wheel there. Thank you, bidder number 354 at $1,000, and bidder number 284 at $1,000. Thank you so much. Very good. Again, we need 90% participation for that $30,000 angel donor to donate for this Legacy Larson paddle raise. And even as low as $10 will cover it. Let's move on to a $500 paddle raise. $500. Old Mill Center indirectly serves 2,000 children per year. Our outreach efforts in the local elementary schools and after-school programs provide behavioral support for kids in their own community. Help us provide vital therapy for mental and behavioral disorders stemming from the trauma of abuse. So show your support. 500. Who will give me 500? Wow. Thank you, bidder number 401, for a $5,000 paddle raise. Bless you. Thank you so much. I'd say we're still looking for $500 donors, but if you've got 5,000 and maybe you had pizza delivered and you're coming back, we appreciate that. 401, thank you so much for the $5,000 donation. And would you scroll down? I want to make sure if somebody bid 500 earlier that I can see that as well. I want to make sure Oh, gotcha. Oh, perfect. So I'll be able to announce that as well. That's wonderful. Okay, bidder number 382. Thank you so much for that. $500. 425. Thank you. Perfect. Oh, thank you. Bidder number 268. Thank you for your $500 paddle raise. Thank you so much. Bidder number 268 for your 500. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, perfect. And then let's see, 250. Oh, I got this on my desk. Perfect. So let's see, we've got. Oh yeah, the list is long. They're trying to give me some updates. We've got 429 at $1,500, 379 at $2,500. Thank you so much. At $1,000, we got bidder number 205, bidder number 409, bidder number 412 at $1,000, and again, bidder number 401 at $5,000. Thank you so much. Perfect. And then $250. Again, $250 pays for 3 months of home visiting for a family. There were 50 new families in our outreach program this year. So help families in need of resources, guidance, and education. And these families need you to raise your paddle. We're currently sitting at $71,000. Thank you, 294 for your $250 donation, paddle raise. Thank you. 266, thank you very much. 301, thank you. Perfect. Everybody's scrolling here. This technology is fantastic. Great. Bidder number 255, thank you for your paddle raise. Bidder number 253, thank you very much. All right, $100. Many kids would not be able to attend preschool or summer programs without scholarship help. This fund, the Larson Legacy Fund, covers an average of 8 children a month. The demand will be even greater now. So we're looking for $100. 381, thank you so much. 277, thank you for your bid. 253, thank you so much. That's wonderful. Thank you. 304, thank you. Bidder number 208. And you can continue to just click on that $100 button and just keep bidding. Thank you so much. 274, thank you very much for your bid. Bidder number 322, 274, 384, thank you. Bidder number 406, fantastic. 226, bidder number 226, thank you. Bidder number 391 and bidder number 248 and bidder number 368. Thank you so much. Bidder number 230, bidder number 238, bidder number 228. Thank you for your bids. Wonderful. $50. It can be difficult to access services when you can't pay for fuel. More than 25 families receive gas cards each month. Funds are limited. The need is much greater. So $50, if we can get a $50 bid, we're at $71,000. We're just over halfway. We need so much more. We need you to raise your paddle, please. Thank you again to 401 for sneaking that in there. We appreciate that. Oh, perfect. Bidder number 288, thank you so much for your bid. Bidder number 324, thank you. 246 and 216, thank you so much for your bid. Bidder number 247, 338, 428, 225, 275, thank you. Oh, great. 229, 414, sometimes I forget what I'm saying. 411, thank you so much. Bidder number 405. And this is, I remember the magic of this in the paddle raise. It's fun, it's high energy, and we got to keep the paddles up because we're just trying to write it down because everybody's so generous, and it just shows it hasn't changed much. I know we're going over a little long here, and it's just over 6, but we have so many donors and so many gracious people. Thank you so much. Again, bidder number 288 for your $50 bid. $25. $25. Your support is needed now more than ever. It supports the kids who will be our future. So 219, thank you so much. Every amount counts, every amount helps, especially with our $30,000 angel donor, that if we can provide over 90% of all the donors registered to provide 90% of even $25, that donor will give the $30,000. We would love to see that. Thank you. Bidder number 416, fantastic. Bidder number 233, 309, thank you. 346, 325, 304, 273, 364, 302, 335, and I know I'm missing some because everybody's scrolling and I'm trying to keep up. 258, 335, thank you everyone, this is wonderful. 363, perfect. 356, thank you for your donation. 340, 358. At this point, we would again tell them, everybody keep clapping. People are donating money, and the energy in the room would be probably palpable. So wonderful. You can continue to donate until Monday at 5 p.m. Please continue to donate. Please tell people if you felt more than 230 some people that should have been donating, tell a friend. They can still go on and donate, even if they didn't see the YouTube channel. So thank you so much for this paddle raise. We'll conclude right now for this. We'll move back to our live auction items, but again, continue to bid for the Larson Legacy donation page. So we've only 5 items left. I know we're going to just over 6 p.m., so we'll make this fast. As long as everybody just spends a lot of money, it'll be great. And then we'll move on to our Toyota Subaru Grand Prize raffle drawing to conclude tonight's event. So item number 6, we've got 50 dahlia tubers. It's valued at $250. The donor, Green Gable Farms and Master Gardeners. So you're going to get 50 dahlia tubers to be planted by Master Gardeners. You don't even have to plant them. So again, you just have to make sure everything's set and ready to go. We currently have a high bid of $275. Bidder number 431. Bidder number 280. We're looking for 280 to make a move here. 280 was at 225. We've got a lot of action now because we are live. 265 jumped in at 325. Thank you, bidder number 265. 431, we're looking to have you jump back in at 350. Anybody give me 350 for this? We got 325, 325, I need 350. Who give me 350? I'm looking at 325, 325. Who give me 350? I'm looking at 431. Give me 350. Will you do it? 431, give me 350. We've got 325 for bidder number 265. Thank you very much. Who do we got? Can we get 30 seconds on the clock? 30 seconds on the clock. Fantastic. Bidder number 265 is a high bidder right now at 325. Looking for 350. Who give me 350? Anyone on the audience there? 280, 431, 408. Somebody give me 350. Give me 350. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds. We currently got 325. I'm looking for 350. Who give me 350? We got 5 seconds left. Going once, going twice. We're going to close out item number 6. Fantastic. We're going to move on to item number 7. 3 nights on the Deschutes River, value $1,000. Enjoy 3 wonderful nights in the Sun River home overlooking the Deschutes. 3,600 square foot space, has everything for a large group needing various relaxation requirements. There are 4 bedrooms, it sleeps 12, a great room, rec room, and a gourmet kitchen. The property is located next to hiking, biking, fishing, and golf, and the beauty of the high desert. Again, 3 nights on the Deschutes, again, graciously donated by Bond and Marilyn Starker and Jim and Lisa Starker. So we currently have market value. We've got a high bidder at $1,050. Bidder number 400. I'm looking, who will give me $1,200? I'm looking for $1,200. Bidder number, I'm looking for 412 or 304 to make a move. We've got bidder number 400 at $1,050. I'm looking for $1,200. Who give me $1,200? $1,200. Let's go. This is Old Mill Auction. We're looking to raise funds for Old Mill Auction, families and children. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock? Maybe we'll have to just put some pressure to everybody. It is getting late, so let's see. Perfect. We've got 25 seconds. Here we go. 304 just made a move at $1,200. Thank you, 304, for your bid. 400, we're looking for you at $1,300. 400, we need $1,300. Let's see where you're at. 304, thank you for your bid. Stay close to the computer. We've got 10 seconds left. Who's going to make a move on this? We've got 10 seconds. Now we've got 5 seconds left. We're closing out here. Is 400 going to make a move, or did 400 step away? Well, we'll find out right after this. We're going to close down item number 7, the 3 nights on the Deschutes, and we're going to move on to item number 8, a signed OSU football by Beaver record holder Steven Jackson. So it's a signed OSU football by former running back Steven Jackson. graciously donated by Brenda Coleman. Again, it's a signed NCAA college football from Steven Jackson. And Jackson was a Beaver in uniform from 2001 to 2003. In 36 games, he carried 743 times for 3,625 yards, a 4.9 yard average, and 39 touchdowns while adding 680 yards and 6 touchdowns on 66 catches and 240 yards with a touchdown on 7 kickoff returns. This is a good football. So we've got a current bid at $125, bidder number 213. We're looking for some more action. Who else wants a signed football by Beaver record holder Steven Jackson? We've got bidder number 213 at $125. We can't sell it twice. We've only got one football, so you guys are going to have to fight over it. But we've got bidder number 213 at $125. We're looking for $150. Who'll give me $150? Bam, we got $175 at $382. Thank you so much. Bidder number 213, we're looking at $200. Who'll give me $200 for the Steven Jackson football, signed football? Steven Jackson went on to a long 12-year illustrious NFL career. So this is signed by Steven Jackson, Beaver alum. We've got $175 at $382. Thank you, $382. We're looking at $213 to make a move. $200. Who'll give me $200 for the signed OSU football? Can I get 30 seconds on the clock? Perfect, 30 seconds on the clock. Fantastic. Let's see, we've got $175 current bid, looking for $200. Who'll give me $200 for the signed OSU football? Looks like we're almost down to 15 seconds. Perfect. We're still set at $175. Again, if there's a delay, don't wait till the last second. We've got 10 seconds left. At $175, it looks like we might just close out. 5 seconds left. We're getting to the last and going. We're going to close out this item number 8. And item number 7 for the 3 nights in Deschutes River, just so you know, was bidder number 400 at $1,350. It was a late bid. They got right in there. And then item number 6, the Dahlias, was bidder number 265. So congratulations. All you got to do, you don't have to lift a finger. All you have to do is point, and they will plant them. So congratulations for winning that, bidder number 265. So then we're going to move on to item number 9, a 1-week vacation in Belize, valued at $1,200 to 1-bedroom condo on the 2nd floor of Tres Cocos Resort with ocean view, restaurant, pool, massage, snorkeling, scuba, and more, surrounded by great restaurants and a nightlife in San Pedro. So graciously donated by Kim and Tom Nelson, a 1-week vacation in Belize is valued at $1,200. We currently have an $1,150 bid. We're looking for 12. We've got bidder number 247 and 347, currently neck and neck. Right now, 247 has it, but we're looking for 347 to make a move right now. We've got 1,150 on the screen here, and we're looking for, who'll give me 1,250? Well, bidder number 347, give me 1,250 for the trip to Belize. I think you've got to get there, but it's a 1-week vacation. Once you do, it's perfect. So thank you, Kim and Tom Nelson, for your gracious donation there. All right. Well, let's get 30 seconds on the clock. I guess everybody just needs to see a clock in order to start moving. So we've got 30 seconds on the clock. Fantastic. And we're looking for $1,250. Again, this is for Old Mill Center, children and families. All proceeds go there. This is what we need. Looks like we've got 15 seconds on the clock. We're looking for a move by 347 or anyone else looking for $1,250. Who'll give me $1,250? I'm looking for it right now. And it looks like we've got 5 seconds left. Closing seconds. Going once, going twice. We're going to close out item number 9. We'll come back, see who won that. And we'll move on to item number 10, our last item in the live auction item. So if you were waiting to start bidding on some live auctions, it's the last minute. So item number 10, wine and tapas with Scott and Carrie Ruick. So enjoy an evening with the Lady Beeves coach, Scott Ruick, and his lovely wife, Carrie, at the recently renovated and beautiful Corvallis Club. Dine on fresh tapas and wine from Cardwell Hill, overlooking the magnificent golf course, and you and your guests will be the fortunate ones to hear the latest about the OSU Lady Beavers and learn about their upcoming season. So limited to 18 guests. So you're going to be the talk of the town, or at least of your neighborhood, or at least of the 18 people that you invite along. So you might actually get a few more friends than you thought you had, depending if you decide to win on this. So graciously donated by the Corvallis Club and Cardwell Hill Cellars. Item number 10, and it is current bid at bidder number 280 at $700. We've got 294 at 6 and 280. They've just jumped back up. So it looks like 294 and 280 are bidding against this. So I'm going to look for 294 to make a move. 294, I'm looking for 294 to make a move at $800. Well, 294 give me 8. I'm looking for $800 from 294. If you were somewhere in the room, I'd be able to point to you right now, and I'd look at everybody, and we'd start doing this. It'd be a lot of energy. So let's keep the energy going. 294, I'm looking for $800. You give me $800, 294. Let's go ahead and put 30 seconds on the clock. Let's put 30 seconds on the clock. Perfect. All right, 294. Let's see, $800 for this. It's 18 people, up to 18 people at the Corvallis Club. Renovated, great staff, great food, great scenery, great wine, Cardwell Hill Cellars. Looks like we got 10 seconds left. 294. And Coach Ruick and his lovely wife. We've got less than a couple seconds. Going. We're going to close out item number 10. Fantastic. All right. Well, that was 10 live auction items. And item number 9, the 1-week vacation in Belize, went to bidder number 247. And the signed OSU football went to bidder number 382. So thank you so much for participating. Thanks to everyone for participating in our live, our silent, and our pay it forward auction. Don't forget the Larson Legacy donation and paddle race is still open and will be open until Monday at 5. So please donate. Even if it's just $10, it all makes a difference, especially when we have an angel donor willing to give $30,000. If we can get, your $10 can make $30,000 by your gift. So please give today. With that in the conclusion, golly, it is time for the Toyota Subaru raffle drawing. Now remember, there was 400 tickets. They all sold. So we have 400 tickets right here. The car was donated to Old Mill Center by Dirksen and Associates. So thank you, Dirksen and Associates. So all proceeds support Old Mill Center because Dirksen and Associates paid for the car. So all 400 tickets, all those proceeds go straight to Old Mill Center. It's amazing. So this is the 4th year for the car raffle. Winner chooses between a 2020 Toyota RAV4 or a Subaru Forester. So your choice on whose name we draw. And we're going to take a quick moment.
We'll go back and revisit what the final bid for the live auction, because a few bids have gone up.
Oh, okay. So just a quick housekeeping note. A few bids have gone up in the live auction items. So even though it's live to me, it's still really live online. So people continue to bid. Thank you so much. So as we can't close it usually when we're standing there in front of everybody live in person, the internet still stays open, and we graciously thank you for your bid. So I may have got the bidder number wrong because people are still bidding on the items, which is fantastic. Again, it's for Old Mill families and kids. So we will revisit that, but I am going to do the Toyota Subaru car raffle by Dirksen and Associates. So all 400 tickets are in here. We have sold out, and this is the 4th year. So thanks to Dirksen and Associates for that. All right. Got this one here. And I have Katie Lee from Philomath. So Katie Lee, we're going to call you. I'm going to hand this over and let, or you want me to just call or?
Hang on.
So congratulations, Katie Lee. It's your choice of a Toyota RAV4 or a Subaru Forester.
Oh, let me have that.
Perfect.
What her number is.
So again, thank you to our sponsors, our donors, the Old Mill staff. We couldn't have done this without you. Thanks to Kate, thanks to Bettina, thanks to everyone here. Everyone who participated, everybody virtually. We really look forward to seeing you next year in person. Old Mill Center can't do this without you, without your funds, without the generous support. And currently we have Kate on the phone looking to call. Katie, we might have to leave a message. Anybody that did a donation or did a silent or a live auction that won, you can pick your item up tomorrow between noon and 5 here at Old Mill Center. That's where we're at, between noon and 5 right here on Sunday. So again, thank you. It doesn't look like we don't always, it's only been our 4th year, but it doesn't look like we always get anybody to pick up. A lot of times this runs late and it's like 9:30 at night. It happens to only be 6:30, so golly, we're wrapping things up here real quick. Again, my name is Randy Dobson with the Gillette Home Team at Keller Williams. I appreciate being your MC, supporting the Old Mill Center. Thank you out there for supporting the Old Mill Center with your donations, your paddle raise, and especially for the donors that have provided these items for us to bid on. Thank you so much for your generosity as well. If you have something like this that you would like to donate to the Old Mill Center, please get a hold of Kate Caldwell, the development manager. We would love to have your support in that manner as a donor as well. So my name is, again, Randy Dobson on behalf of Old Mill Center Auction 2020. We super appreciate everything. And it looks like we've got some updates about our item numbers. So make sure you go online to check on all of that. We can't wait to see you in person next year. It is just almost 6:30, so we really appreciate it. And thank you so much. Good night.
Well, everyone, I just want to say thank you to Randy Dobson for doing such a great job. We really appreciate all of his efforts tonight. It's been a really great night. Not quite the rah-rah in the big room, but that's okay, because the bottom line is we've raised some money for the Old Mill Center for Children and Families, and we thank you, and we thank Randy for all his hard work. Good night.